Hi, for this week we were to answer the questions, what are some ways in which the material from last week is different from the previous weeks as it relates to your method of learning? And what methods did you find most effective in learning last week's content? And then thinking about prior life experiences and what ways did last week's content contact to those experiences that may have served as a base for your understanding for it. For the first question, I believe one of the only differences from last week's material compared to previous weeks as it relates to my learning is I tried watching some YouTube videos on which number goes where in the formula. I've had some issues with that in the previous weeks, so that was one of my only things that I feel like I needed to work on, really. I did find these videos somewhat helpful, but I found that finding these videos and finding the correct problems that relates back to the chapter can be quite difficult. So overall, I just decided to go back to the book, and the method that I found most effective in helping me learn was going through the book and following the formulas and writing them down as I go. The formulas are pretty similar to each other, the numbers just kind of move around. So writing those down and comparing them to each other was easier for me to understand. And then the base of my understanding for this chapter relates back to my job. When promotional items are being sold, every once in a while it'll be a really big hit and we'll sell a whole bunch of it. So, for example, I believe it was last year or the year before when the Barbie movie came out, we had pink cotton candy ice cream and we sold a ton of it. So we ended up having to place our items a little bit higher. I believe it was by 49 cents, simply because we had to go out of our way to receive more cotton candy. So I had to calculate that price and get that put in the register. I think that might be the closest thing that I have that can relate back to this chapter. But that's all I have for this week.